One of the coolest things about being a blockchain developer is that there are so many different ways to monetize your skills. And in this video, I'm going to show you 8 different ways to make money as a blockchain developer. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If I was starting over with 0 programming skills, I would start off with blockchain. Here's why. It's a brand new technology with massive growth potential, and there are so many different ways to make money with it, okay? And the only other thing that I would possibly consider might be like machine learning. But I still think blockchain has the edge because there are so many different ways to make money with it. I mean, most developers can only either get a job, become a freelancer, build an app, but there are so many other things you can do with blockchain, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video. And this is going to be really in-depth, so grab a snack, grab a drink, sit back and relax, because I'm going to go really deep on all these different ways that you can start making money today with blockchain. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to learn how to master blockchain step by step from start to finish and, start making money with blockchain, right now, then head on over to dappuniversity.com/bootcamp to get started today. The first way to make money with blockchain is probably the most obvious, and that's to get a job as a blockchain developer. Demand for blockchain developers is really high right now because so many people are trying to innovate in this space, and they all need blockchain developers in order to bring their ideas to life. In fact, LinkedIn named blockchain the #1 skill for 2020. And getting a blockchain job is one of the surest ways to make money in this space over the long term. Sure, you can, speculate on cryptocurrency and you can definitely make money on that, but those opportunities come and go and a lot of people lose money doing this. But becoming a developer gives you a consistent way to make money, day after day, month after month over a long period of time. And this will probably make you more money over the long term, especially when you're talking about really high paying jobs like blockchain. So, in blockchain, there's a clear opportunity to earn a 6-figure salary as a remote developer. And that's one of the great things about this space. I wrote an entire article about this on my website over at dappuniversity.com. I'll put a link down in the description below. But inside here, I analyzed the average blockchain salary, like $157,000 per year according to ZipRecruiter. And I even break it down by years of experience and things like that. So you can get an idea of what you might expect to earn based on your experience level and also what the upside potential is the longer you stay in the career. And another thing that I personally love about blockchain is that so many of the jobs are remote friendly. All right. Not everyone can just reach out and find a good blockchain developer. So they have to leverage a global talent pool. And if you look at any of the job listings, you just go to a website like Indeed.com and search for blockchain developer. You're going to see lots of remote opportunities here. See remote, temporarily remote. The next way to make money with blockchain is to become a freelancer. Okay. And I'm pretty partial to this because this is how I got started as a software developer, before I got into blockchain. And good blockchain developers can earn high hourly rates too. So my personal record is $1,000 per hour. And you can actually watch the video about how I did that. I'll put a link down in the description below. And there's lots of great things about freelancing. You don't have to quit your job in order to become a freelancer. You can just try it out on top of your regular job. In fact, I recommend this because then you can see if you like blockchain, you can see if you like freelancing, and you can build up some client base before you decide to quit. All right. And, you don't have to become a full-time freelancer. You can do it on top of your regular job in order to earn some side income. And you can get started freelancing today. I mean, you can just go to a website like Upwork.com, okay, and create your profile and start looking for jobs. And, you can see there's lots of blockchain developers already listed on the site. And if you have some experience already, you can start looking for projects to do on your own. And if you don't have much experience yet, you might reach out to another freelancer to see if they need someone else to work for them. And another great thing about freelancing is you can raise your income a lot faster than a regular job. So, when you work a regular job, you either have to ask for a raise or change jobs. And you can really only do this like so many times before it starts to become a problem. But with freelancing, it's a lot easier to just raise your rates, especially when you get new clients. And that's what I did when I first started coding. And, I was able to break the 6-figure mark in about 1 year from the day that I learned to code. The next way to make money with blockchain is to build an app. And there's actually some unique opportunity here for blockchain compared to other types of software development, and I'll tell you why. Most regular apps are really hard to monetize. You'd have to sell ads, do some sort of in-app purchase, or maybe do a subscription or something like that. And a lot of times there's friction for the consumer to actually want to do this. But with blockchain, most of the successful apps right now, serve financial use cases. All right. So that means that whenever users are going to use the app, that they're already spending money. So they're already in the state of mind to, pay to use your app. And one of the most popular ways to monetize blockchain apps is just to charge fees, okay? And you can do this pretty much anytime that a user moves funds around. And that's what's so crazy about blockchain is that you can build real world finance apps and there's no red tape, all right? You don't need anybody's permission. Like as long as you have the technical skills and some persistence, you can just put something out there for real that people can use to trade, invest, save, whatever. And trust me, this is totally possible. I've had students who have graduated from my blockchain developer bootcamp who have gone on to build their own real world projects. You should check out the video I did with Chris recently where he built his own real world options trading platform and he had zero coding experience before he started the bootcamp. And I'm just about to release a video with Jocko, who's the founder of Decentravest.com. This is a real world blockchain app that connects investors and traders. And he learned all the skills that he needed in order to build this project inside the blockchain bootcamp as well. Now, the next way to make money with blockchain is with automated trading. All right. And now this is where we're really getting into unique ways that are specific to blockchain development. And automated trading is hot right now. And there's some really unique things that you can do only with blockchain. So let me explain. First, you can trade in a decentralized way, which basically means that, you can write bots that do trading for you, but like your funds don't live on a cryptocurrency exchange. They live in your wallet and then they're traded on the decentralized cryptocurrency exchange whenever you want to execute a trade. You don't have to KYC on an exchange. You don't have to give them their ID. You don't have to register for an API key or worry about API limits, anything like that, right? As long as you have access to their smart contracts, you can use it to trade. Next, you can use strategies that you can't really use anywhere else but the blockchain. So I'll tell you what I mean by that. A lot of people do algorithmic trading where they try to do like back testing of models and try to predict what the price is going to do in the future. All right. And if you're good at that, then totally you can do that with blockchain too. But for most people, this is risky, right? And their models might fail. They might lose money. But with blockchain, you can create trading bots that eliminate this risk completely because they pursue a completely different strategy for making money. With blockchain, you can create trading bots that look for arbitrage opportunities instead. So this is basically finding price differences that exist right now because sometimes cryptocurrency exchanges fall out of sync, all right, especially when the price moves really fast. And sometimes a cryptocurrency costs, $100 on an exchange and $101 on a different exchange. And you can, basically buy on one exchange and sell on another and get this $1 profit. All right. And if you do that at scale, then that means you could potentially make a lot of money with a single trade. And you can do this in the traditional financial markets and also with just centralized cryptocurrency exchanges. But with blockchain, there's this unique competitive edge, all right? Because when you use smart contract based trading, you can ensure that this trade will not fail and that you won't lose money. So let me explain what I mean by that. If you were going to go buy a cryptocurrency on one exchange and sell it on another one, by the time you buy it and then transfer it to a different exchange, the price might move on you and, the trade might not be profitable anymore and you might lose money. But when you use smart contracts and you plug into decentralized exchanges that also use smart contracts, you can ensure that the trade is always profitable, whenever you try it. And there's no way that you can lose money except for the transaction fee that you pay to attempt the trade. And what's even crazier is you don't even have to have the money in order to do this type of arbitrage because you can use what's called a flash loan. Okay. This is where basically you can borrow millions of dollars in cryptocurrency with zero money down as long as you pay it back in the same transaction. Okay. So you could, borrow a bunch of cryptocurrency, buy it on one exchange and sell it on another and keep the profit. And people do this for arbitrage trading all the time. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you've probably seen me talk about flash loans. In fact, I did the flash loan masterclass recently, which was a huge success, right? And, this is a topic that you all want to know more about. I've gotten so much feedback about this. And so I'm going to hold another masterclass very soon. We're going to concentrate on creating an actual trading bot that uses flash loans and also, does this arbitrage. So this is actually the first time I'm talking about it on my YouTube channel. I haven't set a date for this, but make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button down below because I'll announce it in a new video coming up very soon. The next way to make money with blockchain is to run a node, okay? And this is a way that you can earn passive income with a lot of different strategies. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about right now. So let me explain what I mean by that. So basically a blockchain is just a peer-to-peer network of nodes, all right? Which a node is just a computer. And each of these nodes talk to one another and they all, share the responsibility of running the network, keeping track of all the transactions, the ledger, all the code if the blockchain supports smart contracts and things like that. And each of these nodes has to be operated by somebody. Okay. So, you might have heard of, cryptocurrency mining. All right. So some blockchains support miners, and you could certainly do that. And being a blockchain developer will give you a huge leg up on that. But, some of these networks, the opportunity to, earn a profit with mining has somewhat passed for a lot of people. But there's good news. There's a lot more opportunities to also make money by running a node. So one example is by running a validator node. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Well, Ethereum is an example. So Ethereum right now does mining because it's a proof of work blockchain at the time of recording this video. But very soon, Ethereum is moving to Ethereum 2.0, and they're going to replace the miners with validators because they're moving to a proof of stake model. All right. And people will stake their cryptocurrency to these nodes in order to participate in running the network. And so as a blockchain developer, you can participate in this. You can set up a blockchain node to become a validator on Ethereum 2.0. Now, of course, you'll need some Ethereum cryptocurrency to do this. In fact, you'll need 32 Ether, which is, kind of expensive for a lot of people. I'm personally doing this. I've got a big bag of 32 Ether that I'm holding on to for when Ethereum 2.0 goes live in order to stake it and run my own validator node. But, if you don't have that kind of money, or maybe you do and you just don't want to risk it, then you can still learn to set this up as a blockchain skill that you can do for other people. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. And in fact, if you want to learn how to do that, I just released a video where I show you how to set up your own ETH 2.0 node on a test network, and you can start doing that right now. And the good news is there's other opportunities to, run a node and earn money as well. So Chainlink is an example. Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network that provides reliable data to smart contracts. And they do this in a decentralized fashion by having a network of nodes or validators that actually bring this data on chain. And so you have the opportunity to set up your own Chainlink node to earn link tokens for providing good, reliable data to the network. And this works a little bit differently than like staking, for example. But I also just released a video on how to set up your own Chainlink node if you want to find out more about that. Now, the next thing you can do to earn money in blockchain is to start your own business. Whether this is a full-time endeavor or just something you do on the side on top of your regular job. Because there's so much opportunity right now in blockchain. So what I want to do right now is actually just give you a bunch of free business ideas and tell you how they'd work. Now, here's a list of business ideas that you can literally get started today. All right. So I'm going to go through these one by one and explain what I mean by that. So the first is an agency. All right. So, that's basically just like building things for other people. Maybe you're a freelancer and you want to take the next step where you could hire other people to fulfill your projects. Maybe you have a good pipeline of leads. Well, you could just build blockchain projects for other people. And this is a really good move because like I said, there's a bunch of blockchain projects that are getting funding right now and they all need developers in order to bring their projects to life. The next is education. All right. And this is really critical in the blockchain space right now because blockchain knowledge is so valuable and it's extremely scarce. Like hardly anybody understands this stuff for real. So that means there's a huge opportunity for you to acquire this knowledge and actually give it to other people who are willing to pay for it. And there's lots of ways you can monetize this information. You can become a consultant. You can create your own educational product. You can write a book and you can market these services in a number of ways. You can post in online forums. You can make YouTube videos. You can start a blog. You can go to conferences and meetups and just give talks. And when people find out that you know what you're talking about, they'll want to know more. All right. The next is becoming a node operator. So that goes back to what I was just talking about a minute ago, running a blockchain node. Well, sometimes people want the benefit of doing this, but they don't have the technical sophistication in order to pull it off themselves. So they want to hire somebody else to do it. So you have the ability to offer this service to other people. And there's plenty of companies that have already, implemented this business model. And there's lots of different, chains and protocols that you can support in order to do this. So next is data and analytics. Okay. So this is basically warehousing data about the blockchain and providing it to other people, creating your own data lakes, your own data pipelines, and also analytics platforms that other people can use. All right. And, this is a pretty popular business model because there are so many people that want insights into what's happening on the blockchain. We're talking about like cryptocurrency traders, hedge funds, and startups. And the last one is security auditing. Okay. And this is a huge deal for blockchain because, blockchain systems have to be secure, especially if they're handling lots of money, like millions of dollars in user funds. So good security auditors are in high demand. And basically what they do is they look for blockchain-based systems. They look for vulnerabilities inside smart contracts. And they also suggest about how these can be improved, okay? So if you get really good at this, you can charge a lot of money because, like I said, if the protocols are handling millions of dollars, then they need somebody who knows what they're doing to really ensure that the system's airtight. Now, the next way to make money with blockchain is to launch your own cryptocurrency. And this is a really popular option for people who are trying to raise funds to build their own blockchain projects. And one of the coolest things about the Ethereum platform is you can create your own cryptocurrency without creating your own blockchain. Okay, you can do this with smart contracts, and that means there's a lot less friction involved with launching your own cryptocurrency. And whenever you do launch, there's a number of different ways to distribute tokens. Some of them are old, some of them are new. You can do an initial coin offering where basically people buy your cryptocurrency at a specific price. You can do an initial exchange offering where you list your token on an exchange and people are able to buy it that way. You can do yield farming, which I'll talk about here in a minute. All right. This is a pretty brand new way where basically you launch your own app that lets people borrow money, and then you can pay them in your tokens in order to do this. In fact, lots of people are creating token-based incentives for people to perform actions inside their app, and then they're rewarding users with tokens they can sell for money in order to do that. And another way is a Uniswap listing. Okay, so this is kind of like an initial exchange offering, but it's a little bit different because it deals with like the Uniswap decentralized way of doing things, where you have a liquidity pool and then you list your token on this. And this is pretty cool because there's way less friction involved as far as like gatekeepers and all that kind of stuff. Since Uniswap is a decentralized platform, pretty much anybody can list their token if they check all the boxes. And so the last way to make money with blockchain is to participate in DeFi. So what is that? Well, this is decentralized finance, or DeFi for short. This is taking traditional financial products and moving them over to the blockchain. Things like savings, loans, trading, etc. And this is a huge trend in blockchain right now that's taking off like crazy, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. And you have some unique opportunities to make money with this as a blockchain developer. So I'll tell you about those, but before I do that, this is not my recommendation. In fact, I don't necessarily do all these myself. And of course, you don't have to be a blockchain developer in order to do this, but you do have some advantages. Here's why. Simply being around this stuff will help you kind of determine what is a complete scam, like what's totally not going to work from the stuff that might work. Okay. And I know we're in a time where basically the success of something is not necessarily dependent upon its actual fundamentals. Okay. I know that some stuff just blows up like crazy that absolutely makes no sense, but hardly anything totally tanks that does make sense. And if you have a technical understanding of how this stuff works, you can kind of spot the trapdoors, and hopefully mitigate some of the risk if you're going to get involved with something like this. And if you're a developer and you watch this space pretty closely, then you're going to know about this stuff first. And that's one of the big advantages to investing in the long term, is getting in early. So how can you do it? Well, you can do, some of the high interest savings like I talked about earlier. You can see I'm earning 7.1% APY on my DAI here. That's a stable cryptocurrency. That's, way more than my bank account that gets 0.01% interest. You can do yield farming, where basically you borrow cryptocurrency and you earn a different cryptocurrency in reward. So, I'm borrowing Tether, which is a stable coin, and I'm earning comp tokens to do that. And the last way is to speculate on DeFi tokens. Okay. So this is also risky. All right. But, Synthetics is an example of a DeFi project that has a token. And if you had bought Synthetics last year, in April, right, and you sold at its all-time high, which was last week, you would have gotten 100x return, which basically means, if you put $10,000 in there and you sold it at the top, then you'd have $1 million. So those are my 8 ways to make money with blockchain. All right. And that's one of the things I love about this space so much, is that there are so many different ways to monetize these skills. All right. You don't have to just get a job, become a freelancer, build an app. Those are great things. And I even showed you how, there's some great opportunities to even do those things in blockchain, but you can do all this other stuff. All right. So if you want to take advantage of all these massive opportunities, then how can you get started today? How can you become a blockchain developer so you can start making all this money? Well, you can go to my YouTube homepage and find any of my free courses listed there. All right. They're like Udemy courses, but they're totally free. But if you like those courses and you want to take the next step, or hey, maybe you want to take a master shortcut entirely, then I can show you how to master blockchain step by step from start to finish, so you can start making, money with blockchain. Just head on over to dappuniversity.com/bootcamp to get started today. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.